Hi, in this video I will explain you what are events in Excel VBA. Events are the actions performed by the users which triggers Excel VBA to execute its code. Say for example, we generally use command buttons, the toolbars, the quick access toolbars to trigger a procedure in VBA. In the same way, you can use events to trigger a procedure in VBA. There are two types of events. One is the workbook event and the other one is the worksheet event. So let us discuss about each one of them. We'll go to the developer tab, the Visual Basic. If you see here on the left hand side, there are various sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and this workbook. So if you want to create an event for a sheet, you need to go to that particular sheet instead of a module. And if you want to create an event for a workbook, you can go to this workbook. So say if I want to create it for a sheet, I need to go to the sheet 1. If I want to create it for this workbook, I will create it in this workbook here. So I'll select here, go to the workbook. I'll select here the workbook. On the left hand side here, you need to select the workbook option from the drop down menu. And here, since I want to create an open event, I'll type here message box stating hello world. I'll close the bracket here and here I'll close this out and save this workbook as a macro enabled workbook on the desktop here. I'll name it as open event. Select the macro enabled workbook. I'll say save. I'll close this workbook. I'll open the workbook, enable the macros and say, and if you see here, your event has worked. Now here you can also say that it should be an auto open event. You can go to the options tab here. In the Trust Center settings, you can enable the macros here and say okay and close this workbook. Now when I reopen this again, if you see, the moment your workbook gets opened, the procedure is triggered and whatever message I typed it in the message box is displayed in front of you. So that is how the events work. The moment any action is performed by a user, the procedure executes automatically. Now let us discuss about the worksheet change event. For that you need to go to the worksheet and from the drop down you have to select worksheet, then select the change event from here. Since we have already done that for you, the code added to the worksheet change event will be executed by the Excel VBA when you change a cell on the worksheet. Add the following code lines to the worksheet change event. The worksheet change event listens to all the changes on the sheet 1. We only want the Excel VBA to do something if something changes in the cell B2. To achieve this, add the following code lines. The one that is highlighted, you need to add these following code lines if you want, if any change happens in cell B2. Now here, we only want Excel VBA to show a message box if the user enters a value greater than 80. To achieve this, add the following code lines between if and endif. On sheet 1, enter a number greater than 80 into the cell B2. Now here I have a cell B2. I type 85 and enter. The moment I typed the number more than 80, it has given me the output, that is goal is completed. So if you see how an event triggers your procedure. In this example, the moment you made any change to the cell B2, it gave you the output as goal completed with the help of a message box. I hope you find this information helpful. Thank you. In the earlier video, we saw what are events in the Excel VBA. We saw the open event for the workbook. Now we will see the close event for the workbook here in this video. This event occurs before the workbook closes. If the workbook has been changed, this event occurs before the user is asked to save the changes. In this example, always saves the workbook if it's been changed. So if you change the workbook, say for example, I make some changes here. I type some of the values in this cell A6. Now since I have made some changes onto the workbook, let's see what exactly this does. I'll run this event. I've already created it. And I'll close this, open the workbook again. So if you see here, it has saved the workbook as an autosave. The parameter of this event is always set to false when the event occurs. If the event procedure sets this argument to true, the close operation stops and the workbook is left open. I hope this piece of information was helpful to you. Thank you. Hi, in this video we will see how to create a workbook event to activate and deactivate a worksheet. I'll go to the Visual Basic here. Now here in this workbook, I will create two events. One will be for activating and the other one will be for deactivating. Now here when I'll run this, say for example I don't have this code here. Now this code is the workbook event for activating a sheet. This code will display the name of the sheet which is getting activated. The moment you will move on to the next sheet, it will display the name of that sheet. So let us change the sheet here. Right now I am on sheet 1. The moment I'll move to sheet 2, it will display the name of the activated sheet. The current activated sheet is sheet 2. Similarly, you can create an event for deactivating a sheet. All you need to do is just simply copy this code here and here say sheet deactivate. So this code will display the name of a deactivated sheet. Now the moment I move from sheet 2 to sheet 3, it will not display the name of the sheet 3, but it will display the name of the sheet 2. Similarly, it will also display the name of the sheet 3 after sheet 2, because there are simultaneously two codes which are running at the background for workbook events. So let me check what exactly happens when I move to sheet 3. So when I'll move to sheet 3, it will display the name of the deactivated sheet. The moment I'll say OK, it will display the name of the activated sheet at the current moment. I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you. Hi. In this example, we will see how to activate and deactivate a workbook. Now here, if you see this code, this event will trigger a message box which will display a name of the workbook while the workbook is activated. So here there are two workbooks. One is workbook 1 and the other one is workbook 2. Now here it is showing me the name of the activated workbook. So the current activated workbook is book 1. Again, when you are deactivating the workbook in which the code is written, it will display the name of that workbook. So here I am on book 1 and the code is written on the book 1. The moment I'll go to book 2, the event will trigger the code which will display a message box saying that this workbook is deactivated. Similarly, if you copy the code or cut the code from here and I'll paste the same code on book 2, we will see how the code will replace the name of the workbook. So now I'm on book 2. The moment I'll go to book 1, it will display the name of the deactivated workbook, that is book 2. And the moment I'll move on to the book 2, it will display the name of the activated workbook, that is book 2, since the code is placed on the book 2. I'll say okay. So that is how you will be working with the workbook activate, deactivate events. Thank you. Hi, in this video we will see how to create the worksheet activate and deactivate events. Earlier we saw the workbook event, now we will see the worksheet event. Now here is the code for worksheet activate event. All we need to do is, next to worksheet we have to mention the activate code, and this code will type Excel in the range A1 the moment the sheet gets activated. Similarly, with the worksheet deactivate option, the moment the worksheet gets deactivated, it will type the word Excel in the cell range A1. So let's execute this out here. I'll close this. The moment I'll move to sheet 1, now sheet 1 has no data. The moment I'll move to sheet 2, let us see sheet 1 what happens. Here if you see, it will show you the Excel. So I'll remove this. You move to any sheet, it will type Excel. You deactivate, you activate, it will type Excel here. If you say only activate and remove this, let us see how it will be executed. So now this is after the activation part. I'm on sheet 3, I'll go to sheet 1. Since this is the active sheet, it will display Excel here. If I'll remove this activate, the moment the worksheet is deactivated, it will display the data here. So that is how you activate and deactivate events work. I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you. Hi, greetings everyone. In an earlier video we saw how to create the workbook events, the worksheet events and so on. In this video I will show you how to create the application events. Creating application events include far more steps as compared to the workbook and worksheet events. Here you need to create class modules, the separate class modules for application events, since Excel do not provide you with the inbuilt modules for application. Excel provides you the class module for the worksheet events and for the workbook events. But for the application events, you need to create the one. With the class modules, you can create your own objects. You can also extend the function of existing objects. In this video, I will describe how to use a class module to hook events of the application object. With the objects such as workbook object or the worksheet object, Excel has provided a class module for you. Example, this workbook, sheet 1 and so on, complete with the events for you to use. It doesn't however provide a class module for the application object. For that you need to create your own class module. Why would you want to do this? The worksheet object has a change event that fires whenever a cell on that worksheet is changed. The workbook object has sheet change event that fires whenever a cell on any sheet in that workbook is changed. Application events go one step further. For instance, the application object has a sheet change event that fires whenever a cell on any sheet in any workbook is changed, application wide. There are other useful events for the application object that can't be found anywhere else. Let's get started setting one up. First, you'll need a blank workbook with a standard module and a class module. In the standard module, you need to type few codes. I will explain you here how to do that. Firstly, insert a standard module. Also insert a class module. So here we have two separate modules ready for us. In standard module, type public space the variable as class 1. A public variable in a standard module will never go out of the scope as long as the workbook is open. We need our app variable to be around all the time or the events won't fire. Class 1 is the name of our class module. In the class module, create another variable like this. Go to the class 1 module and type public with events Excel app as application. The with events keyword tells VBA that we want access to this object's event. The object in question being the application object. With just this much done, you can see which events are available by using the drop downs at the top of the code pane here. So here you have Excel app. You need to enable this. In the Excel app, we need workbook new sheet option. Workbook new sheet option. Try locating the workbook new sheet. So here is the one. I'll remove the earlier, which was the default. And here you need to type if type name sh is equal to worksheet, then sh dot page setup dot center header equals to ABC, comma, incorporation. Enter. And if I'll select this, I'll select this and say tab so that it is easy to read. Anytime a sheet is added to any workbook, this event will fire. So here this is an event procedure. In the class module, use the drop downs to insert the workbook new sheet event. This will insert the sub and end sub statement between which you can type your code like this. Create a macro that defines a certain header whenever a worksheet is inserted into any workbook. Anytime a sheet is added to any workbook, this event will fire. If the sheet is a worksheet, the header will be added. There's one more step before it will work. That is, you need to create a workbook open event for that. We need to tell VBA that our public variable GXL app represents the application object. This is commonly done in the workbook open event. In the workbook module, this workbook module, type a procedure like this. So you can select here the workbook. So this will by default the workbook event. You need to create the open event, workbook open event like this. Further, press F5 while in this procedure. While being in this procedure, press F5 as a shortcut key to simulate the workbook opening. I'll press F5. So this has activated my workbook. Now add a sheet to the workbook and watch the magic. So I'll add a sheet here.